Hi to everyone. So in last tutorial we saw how to create a material view in Postgres using Rails. So in this tutorial I'll show you how to create function and trigger using Rails. Um, so let's see. So we have created a table and we have created a material view. So now we will create a function. So you can this is my reference link, so you can find the syntax of this function in this link. So this is the syntax of basic syntax of creating function. So here create or replace function is function name argument. So and the thing is function name, you can mention any name here as you wish, and if you want to pass any argument you can pass it here, and return as a data type which what you will return from this function, that one you need to define here. And variable name, it's nothing but return value. So data type is nothing but the integer or string or whatever it is. So here variable name is nothing but the assigning value. So for example, a is equal to 10 means you need to pass a into this variable name. So declaration, you will see what are the, you can declare any type of value here. So begin here our function body. So here we need to write all our statement here. So and return what once the process finish, what you are going to return here. So and end is nothing but it will finish up your process, finish up your function. So now we will write a new function. Now we will write a new function for this customer detail. We'll check. So Rails G migration, add a function trigger for customer details. So here it is. So here is my migration file. Now I'm going to write a function first. So same thing, dev up. So now here is my here I am going to write my function code. So as I said, so this is the syntax create or replace function. So I'm going to enter create or replace function, and here I need to enter my function name. So I'm giving function name as customer refresh customer details. So I am not passing any argument, so no need of that. So if you want to pass any argument, you can enter the argument here. So next, what I am going to returns. So I am returns a trigger, and here you can mention language as PLPG SQL. So you can enter the language PLPG SQL here, or you can write at the end of the function. So I'm writing here, and right now hash. So here is that. So here I'm begin my function and end my function. So in begin, what I'm going to write is So in this function, whenever I am executing this function, it need to be refresh my material view, because we can't manually execute this refresh material view by manually. It's very difficult. So that's what the main target of this function is, I need to execute this refresh material view automatically whenever I am updating or inserting or deleting the value from both of this table. I mean both of the table, in the sense customer table or address table. So here this is my refresh materialized view. So what is my table name? So here is my material view name, and now what I'm going to return. So now I'm not returning anything, so that's for null. So if you return any value, for example, you want to some function, maybe you can write like you want to take the total amount, total number of customer. So if you type like select star from select count star as total from customers. So if you type like if you type the query like this, right now what I'm going to retrieving is I'm retrieving all total amount of customers. So here you want to return the total value. So for that you need to type return total. So what will happen? The total value returned to the particular calling function. So here it is. So not calling function, called function. So everything is done. So refresh material view customer details and refresh null. I am not returning anything. So next, if in the case if your process is fails, it need to go to exception. So how the Rails handling the exception? I mean Ruby handling the exception, begin, exception, rescue, else, those processes there, right? So same kind of process is available in function also. So this is the thing, exception. If any error happen, so what error? So when feature not supported, then return null. So the thing is here, the feature in the sense, see some it depending on the Postgres version. The some older version of Postgres, this kind of material view functionality, it may not be there. So that time, if the feature is not there, it will automatically return the null value. Yeah, so the thing is, Rails will cache the empty value. So everything is fine. So now we have written a code for function. So now we will write a query for dropping the function. So execute drop function refresh. So here is my function. So now everything is done. So this function will help us to refresh the material view automatically. Not automatically, it will help us to refresh the material view. But the thing is, it is like we have written, but we didn't write a code to execute this function. So when I am going to execute this function, that's what my question was. As I said before, whenever I am updating the table, whenever I am updating a customer table, or whenever I'm updating address table, that time I need to execute this function. This is my target. So for that I'm going to write another one function. So before that I would like to show you the trigger syntax. So here is my trigger syntax. You can this is my reference link, you can check it in Google. So here it is, create trigger name. You can define any name here. So before or after. So I said after, I want after. So if you want before, you can mention before or after. So I want before, after. So after update of particular column on particular table name. So here whenever I'm updating the particular column in the particular table, I need to execute this query. So right now I want whenever I'm updating a table, then I need to execute this query. So no need of mention the column name. So the thing is, here is my code, execute. So now this is my create trigger. So I'm giving a name as refresh customer details. So here I need to mention after or update, after or before. So I need a process, I need to execute this function once I update, I mean after update or insert or delete. So after insert or delete or update or. So everything is finished. Now I need to mention on which table. So here I need to I need to mention a table name. So now I need to mention two table name. So whenever I'm updating a two table, so this process need to be executed. So I will tell you how to do that. So now for each statement execute. So what I want to execute, I want to execute this function. So this function I need to execute. So everything is done. So now I have a remaining part. I need to mention a table name here. So now I will show you how to mention the table name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new array. So here my table name is customers and addresses. So dot each do table. So here I need to mention end. So here I need to mention it's finished. This process it will finish here. So now everything is done. We have we written code for creating a trigger. So now we'll create a code for uh, drop the trigger. So this is my code. Drop trigger. So which trigger I want to drop? So this is drop. So here I need to mention on table. So table maybe table now two different table. So same thing. I will not copy. Will type automatically. So customers addresses dot each to table and so everything is done. So we have created a function and we have written a trigger function, and now we'll migrate this code. The error will check syntax at near on 8. check what is the error, exact error. Oh, here it is. I don't want R. Now we'll check. So now everything is done. So now we'll check, we'll insert a value into different table and we'll check the material view query. So same thing. So now insert into, better I'll type. So next insert into addresses street. Before that I need to check the ID. So select. So here I need to type in address customer ID I need to enter as 2. So here 2 Old Street. So now everything is done. So now before what I done, so when I execute this query, select star from customer details. So what was happened, it was not given the recent data. So the thing is, when a new data, if you enter into the table, it was not reflected when I executed this query. So what I return a migration file. So whenever the return, whenever the insert or update or delete process happen, so it need to automatically update the value into the disk. So that is my target. So now we'll check whether our migration, we have whatever we return the migration, it's giving a proper result or not. So here it is. So here is my value. So before what was happened, whenever I execute, I mean after execution of the refresh material view, the value was produced here. So here I didn't execute any material refresh material view. So but as per our migration file, as per our function and trigger, this file automatically cache, I mean once we update insert the value in customer and address table, whatever the function we have written, it will automatically take the insert and update value and put it in the disk. And once we execute this select star from customer detail, it will take fetch the these all the data details, whatever the details it's available in disk, it will fetch and it will show to us. So this is what happening. So this is the simple method, these are the basic steps of creating material view and creating function and triggers in Rails. So now you can easily show all this value in Rails. I mean to say, in show method, if you want to retrieve the value, you can write customer detail dot, I mean you can write a method name, model, uh, like customer detail dot all. So what will happen, it will fetch all the value based on this joining query. So thanks for watching video, subscribe my channel for more videos.